Breaking news, rapper Young Dolph has been shot dead in Memphis. The shooting taking place outside a cookie store. The store's owner says the 36-year-old entertainer was gunned down by someone in a vehicle.
We continue our coverage this morning on the shooting death of Memphis native and rapper Young Dolph. It has been 6 days since the rapper was shot and killed outside of Makita's Cookies in South Memphis, and the people responsible are still out on the streets this morning.
We still have a little bit of a crowd right beyond the barricade there, the closest to the building where this happened, and they're still trying to see what's going on. You can see now tow trucks are being brought in.
November 17th. 2021 began like any other day for Adolph Robert Thornton Jr., better known to the world as Young Dolph. At 36 years old, the Memphis-born rapper had carved out an extraordinary legacy in the hip-hop world, not just through his music, but through his fierce independence and unwavering loyalty to his hometown. Unlike many artists who fled to Atlanta or Los Angeles for fame, Dolph remained rooted in Memphis, becoming a beacon of hope and success for a city that had seen too much violence and too little opportunity. Young Dolph had built something remarkable, a completely independent music empire through his label paper route empire. In an industry dominated by major labels, he proved that an artist could maintain creative control while achieving massive commercial success. His decision to remain independent wasn't just business. It was philosophical. He often spoke about owning his masters, controlling his destiny, and setting an example for the next generation of artists who didn't want to be beholden to corporate interests.
This tweet you put out pretty much clarifying that you were independent.
Right.
Is that because of all the questions you get about Brick Squad and the affiliation that you have?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was just because of everything, bro. You just don't know. Bro, people tell me Dolph signed with Grand Hustle, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never been signed to Grand Hustle. That's my dog. Like, shout out to T.I. That's another nigga, like, I salute, respect in the game. Dolph signed to CMG, yo, guy. No, I ain't signed to CMG. And the most out of all of them, Dolph was signed to Brick Squad now.
What set Dolph apart wasn't just his music or business acumen, but his genuine love for Memphis and its people. He was known both for his independent music career and community philanthropy. Every Thanksgiving, he would give away hundreds of turkeys to families in need.
Everyone, a Memphis rapper is giving back to the community he says made him who he is today. People stood in line outside Memphis Athletic Ministries ahead of Young Dolph's appearance. About 200 teens and their families who are in mentoring programs with Memphis Athletic Ministries were given a free turkey. This is the 5th year the rapper has given back to people who live in the Castelia Heights area.
During the holidays, he organized toy drives. When the pandemic hit, he distributed masks and hand sanitizer throughout the community. This wasn't publicity stunts. This was a man who understood that success meant nothing if you didn't lift others up with you. For years earlier, Young Dolph suffered critical injuries in a 2017 attack when 3 men approached and shot him over beef.
I was leading a day party. We was headed to where we was headed to. Pull out block on a day party, get up the street. They started shooting, they shot. Shooting was over with. And shit, I had another party to go to that night.
According to the Los Angeles Police Department, the attack happened outside of a hotel in Hollywood, and by all accounts, Dolph shouldn't have survived. He was shot multiple times, but his custom-made bulletproof vehicle likely saved his life.
The LAPD now wants to talk with rapper Yo Gotti following a shooting in front of Lowe's Hotel in Hollywood.
The individual you've mentioned has been possibly identified as being involved in what took place earlier. To what degree, we have no idea at this point.
Another rapper, Young Dolph, in critical condition, shot several times in the body, and police say they have hotel security video they're now looking over.
In the video, an individual produces a gun, a suspect, and he fires toward the individual who was shot.
Detectives looking into the possibility of bad blood between rival rappers. Several months ago in North Carolina, young Dolph's SUV was shot at 100 times, but he wasn't in it. Witnesses heard the shots here in Hollywood, and nearby security video captured a person running from an SUV.
I've heard about 9 pops, like, pop, and then there was a series. And then it stopped.
After young Dolph was shot, he walked to a nearby shoe store for help. The suspect's gold Cadillac Escalade was found at a gas station nearby, and officers detained 2 men for questioning.
The incident only strengthened his resolve and his message of perseverance. He turned that near-death experience into motivation, often referencing it in his music and using it as proof that he was destined for something greater. Memphis rapper and Billboard Top 10 artist Young Dolph had achieved something many independent artists never could: mainstream success without compromising his vision. Albums like Rich Slave debuted at number 4 on the Billboard 200, proving that independence and commercial success weren't mutually exclusive. His music resonated because it was authentic tales of struggle, survival, and triumph that reflected not just his own journey, but the journey of countless people who grew up in similar circumstances. The 36-year-old rapper, whose real name is Adolph Robert Thornton Jr., walked into the bakery, Makeda's Butter Cookies, a place that had become legendary in Memphis not just for its delicious treats, but for its significance in the community. Located at 2370 Airways Boulevard in southeast Memphis, Makeda's had become synonymous with young Dolph himself. He frequently posted about the bakery on social media, praising their cookies and bringing national attention to the small black-owned business.
Makeda cook. Get the sign. Come back around there. Yes, these right here. What you got? Chocolate chip. Don't hot. Straight out the just for you. Appreciate you, baby. Be safe.
He declared his love for just days earlier, making it clear that his support wasn't just casual, it was intentional and consistent. The morning started normally for young Dolph. Those close to him would later say he seemed in good spirits, focused on his upcoming projects and excited about the holidays. He had been working on new music, planning business ventures, and as always, thinking about ways to give back to his community. There was nothing in his demeanor or actions that suggested he sensed any danger. He moved through Memphis the way he always did, confidently, authentically, and with the kind of presence that made people stop and take notice. Around midday on November 17th, young Dolph made what should have been a routine stop at Makeda's Cookies. It was the kind of visit he had made countless times before, supporting a local business he genuinely loved, picking up some treats, maybe taking a picture with fans or the staff. There was nothing unusual about the decision. Dolph had always moved freely around Memphis, refusing to live in fear despite knowing that his success and independence had made him a target for some. At 12:24 p.m., officers responded to a shooting call at 2370 Airways Boulevard. What happened in those moments would shock Memphis and the entire hip-hop community. Authorities said 2 men exited a white Mercedes-Benz and began shooting at the rapper at the bakery.
Breaking news, rapper Young Dolph has been shot dead in Memphis. The shooting taking place outside a cookie store. The store's owner says the 36-year-old entertainer was gunned down by someone in a vehicle.
Memphis police said that the shooters pulled up in a white, 2-door Mercedes-Benz before running past young Dolph's car and shooting into the cookie shop. The attack was swift, calculated, and devastating. One suspect holds what appears to be a semi-automatic rifle. The other aims a handgun into the bakery. On January 5th, 2022, nearly 2 months after the shooting, Memphis police issued an arrest warrant for Justin Johnson, a 23-year-old man alleged to have been one of the shooters. Johnson, who performed under the rap name Straight Drop, was charged with first-degree murder, criminal attempt to commit first-degree murder, and theft of property. The investigation took a dramatic turn when Cornelius Smith Jr. admitted to being one of the two shooters who ambushed young Dolph. Smith's confession provided investigators with crucial details about how the murder was planned and executed. His testimony would become a cornerstone of the prosecution's case. As the investigation continued, Memphis prepared to say goodbye to one of its most beloved sons.
Meantime, we're getting an exclusive look inside the private funeral for young Dolph that was held on Tuesday. Among the celebrities attending, artists 2 Chainz and Monica. Several friends and family members spoke at the service, including young Dolph's children.
Listening to them say, "I love my dad," you know, and it was the way they said it, it was powerful.
The Makeda's Cookies location where young Dolph was killed became a permanent memorial site. The storefront, boarded up after the shooting, was covered with murals, flowers, and messages from fans around the world. The bakery's owner struggled with the decision of whether to reopen. Hernandez Govan emerged as a key figure in the prosecution's theory of the case. Authorities alleged that Govan had organized the daytime ambush killing, orchestrating the murder plot that led to young Dolph's death. Govan was charged with conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. The legal proceedings spanned years, with multiple suspects facing various charges. Justin Johnson was eventually convicted and sentenced to life in prison for his role in the murder. However, the case against Hernandez Govan proved more complicated, with a jury ultimately acquitting him despite Smith's testimony.
We, the jury, find the defendant Hernandez Govan not guilty in count 2 of the indictment. Ma'am.
Court's in session.
Ma'am. Ms. Johnson, is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I want to thank you for your service this week. You've done exactly what the court asked you to do, which was to sit, listen to all the proof, and come to a decision.
Young Dolph's death sent ripples throughout Memphis and the broader hip-hop community. His loss was felt not just as the death of a successful rapper, but as the silencing of a voice that had consistently given back. The rapper had been known for his charitable work, including providing scholarships to local students. The future of young Dolph's Paper Route Empire label became a pressing concern following his death. The independent label had been his pride and joy, representing his commitment to maintaining control over his music. Questions arose about who would continue his vision. Behind the public persona, young Dolph was a father and partner whose death devastated his family. He left behind 2 young children and a longtime partner, Mia J., who had to navigate grief while protecting his legacy. The personal toll extended far beyond the music industry. Young Dolph's murder highlighted the ongoing dangers faced by successful rappers, particularly those who maintain strong ties to their hometowns. His death sparked conversations about security measures and the risks of maintaining visibility in communities where success can breed jealousy and violence. Tragically, violence would continue to plague events connected to young Dolph's memory. During a memorial vigil at the Makeda's Cookies location, shots were fired, injuring 1 person and leading to multiple arrests. The trauma of young Dolph's death continued to generate violence in the community. 10 months after the shooting, Makeda's Cookies made the difficult decision to reopen their Airways location. The reopening was both a return to normalcy and a testament to resilience. Though the location would forever carry the weight of tragedy, the owners struggled with balancing respect for young Dolph's memory with business needs. As of 2024, legal proceedings related to young Dolph's murder continue working through the court system. While Justin Johnson received a life sentence, questions remain about other potential conspirators. The case has become a symbol of both the pursuit of justice and the complexities of prosecuting high-profile murders. Young Dolph's death on November 17, 2021, marked the end of a life lived authentically and independently. His final hours, spent doing something as simple as buying cookies from a favorite local bakery, highlighted the tragic randomness of violence that continues to plague communities across America. The rapper, who had built an empire on his own terms, who had survived previous attempts on his life, ultimately fell victim to the very environment that had shaped his music. His legacy lives on not just through his music, but through the example he set as an independent artist who never forgot his roots. Young Dolph proved that success didn't require compromising one's principles or abandoning one's community. In death, he became a symbol of both the heights that can be achieved through determination and independence, and the tragic cost that success can sometimes extract in communities where violence remains an ever-present threat. The investigation revealed a complex web of jealousy, rivalry, and betrayal that ultimately cost him his life. Yet even in death, Young Dolph's influence continues to inspire artists to maintain their independence and stay true to their communities, making his final hours not just a tragedy, but a testament to a life lived with purpose. As Memphis continues to mourn, Young Dolph's story serves as both an inspiration and a warning. His last hours may have been cut short by violence, but his legacy as an independent artist, community supporter, and authentic voice will continue to resonate for generations. He achieved what few artists ever do. He remained true to himself, his community, and his values until the very end, leaving behind a blueprint for independence that will inspire artists long after his death. His final hours may have been tragic, but his lifetime of work will live forever.